edition of the Brothers in Health. I'm William R. Bowie III, and this is James Williams, and we're about to take you on a health journey. Now, by day, I'm William R. Bowie III, and I'm an attorney by day, and I've been getting into the health and wellness industry. And through my journey, my health and wellness journey, I've had a chance to meet this wonderful gentleman.
Appreciate it.
James Williams.
Appreciate it.
And he is the author of this wonderful book, which is Conquer Congestive Heart Failure, The Journey of James Williams Jr. I've had a chance to read it. It is a wonderful read, and it takes you through what I would describe as many of our worst fear, our worst nightmare of having some type of cardiac incident. And Mr. Williams, you just tell us a little bit about yourself, and then if you could also tell us how you come to write this wonderful book.
I'd love to. Again, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Bowie, for having me on the show. At this time, I'd just like to share with our viewing audience, back in 2003, like most of us, we catch a cold or feel as though we caught a cold. That's how it began for me. The journey began where I thought I had a cold. I went to the doctors and got examined. And to my knowledge, I know I was in good health, but when the condition came on, I went to the doctors, and upon arriving, the doctor did his evaluation, and he noticed that I was very fatigued and weak. And at this time, they admitted me right away. They ran several tests, and he did note that I was dehydrated. And upon that, they admitted me. And this is where the journey began.
Wow.
Fear, because you go in thinking you're going in to get a couple of antibiotics and get sent home.
Right.
And you get admitted.
So you originally thought that you were just going in for a basic kind of a cold and flu situation.
Correct.
And then you got admitted to the hospital?
Got admitted to the hospital. Wow. And ended up actually being there for 7 days.
Wow.
So at the interim of it, and it's all denoted in the book, but just a short synopsis of it, they did EKG, echocardiogram, and they denoted that my heart was weak, and they told me that I would need a heart transplant. And on one occasion, one of the cardiologists told me that I should have the heart of an 80-year-old. That's in the book.
Now, I'm just curious, were you a smoker or any type of what I would describe as
no, like I said, family man.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Family man, doing what you do every day, 9 to 5, going to work.
Right.
So, with that being said, no, never was a smoker, never was a drug abuser or alcohol drinker. Just a clean-cut guy, going to work, doing the thing, making a way for the family and providing.
Right.
But it's in the book, termed The Hard-Headed Man. And
why you call it The Hard-Headed Man? I gotta hear this one. They gotta hear this one. You can't wait. We want you to get the book, but tell us what The Hard-Headed Man.
Well, like I said, The Hard-Headed Man was one of the synopses where, I'm married to a lovely wife.
Me too, not Priscilla.
All right, how she do that? So with that being said, wifey said, you need to go to the doctor.
Uh-huh.
And I kept saying, no, I'm pretty good. I'm all right. And she noticed that I started losing weight rapidly. So that was one of the signs. And she picked up on it right away. But to jump back to the beginning, I wanted to share with you all that I was working on a job, and they was doing cleaning. And they was preparing to do what they called a clean room. And they was using some type of phosphorus paint that they told us was biodegradable, and I ingested it for a long time. So that story is in the book, but it's too long for the show. But I just wanted to recap and let you all know that it began from me working on a job where I was exposed to a chemical. And upon being exposed to the chemical, the body became depleted of energy. I kept pushing it to its limits.
And the heart was trying to pump, but the heart was couldn't pump.
It couldn't do what it needed to do.
Couldn't keep up.
So like I said, long story short, I'm still here. So tired of worrying about your health and feeling hopeless, suffering with anxiety, blood pressure, and diet? I have a solution for you. Conquer Congestive Heart Failure, the journey of James Williams Jr. will change your life forever. Welcome to another edition of Brothers in Health. Today I had the pleasure to have with me William Bowie III. We want to say today I'm excited, motivated to hear about this product, black seed oil. So I want you to tell our viewing audience, as you stated, that you're a lawyer by day, and then you deal with health pertaining to Brothers in Health in your off time.
Yes.
So I want you to share with the audience some of the products and your information and how you got started.
As he said, I'm William R. Bowie III, and I'm actually the managing member of Bowie Holistic Herbs, LLC. We have a website, BowieHolisticHerbs.com. And I'm going to tell you, came into this whole health and wellness thing really by accident. I had a friend of mine, and this really relates back to you, who had 2 or 3 strokes and was extremely overweight. I never told you this story.
No, you didn't.
And he came to my office, and he seemed to be in excellent health. Now, I've known this guy for a really long time, and I said, it's got to be some serious diet changes, some serious life changes to get him to the point where he's healthy, as I saw him in my office, and he still is. And he started to tell me about black seed oil, and the scientific name for black seed oil is Nigella sativa, and how he would simply take 2 teaspoons in the morning and 2 teaspoons in the evening, and everything started to come together. And I said, I wouldn't have believed him unless I knew him. I wouldn't have believed him unless I knew him, but I know this guy really well. I said, well, get me a bottle of that. He got me a bottle. And I'm going to tell you, I started to take it. My weight started to go down. I started to feel better. And I gave some to my wife because she was having a knee problem. Really bad because of arthritis in the knee. We sent her to all of the top doctors in Baltimore. And we've got wonderful doctors here. You should always see a physician. But it wasn't working. She was almost handicapped.
You heard that?
Yes. She started to take, let me tell you the whole story. She wouldn't drink the black seed oil. So what we had to do is at first we massaged it in the knee one night, like on a Saturday night, massaged it in the knee, wrapped the knee up, woke up all the inflammation that calmed down. And she said, I don't know what this stuff is, but it's working so well, I'm willing to drink it now. She said, I'm talking about it, drink it. She started drinking, and she's been using it for about a year now, and she's walking. She was on crutches before. It's really getting bad because we have we actually have small children, and she's doing well. Father had a hip surgery, almost same situation. He had a bad hip surgery though. Got the hip surgery, spent his time in the hospital, got out. He said, son, I feel worse now than before when I went in to have a hip surgery.
We know about that.
Yes, and he started to take the black seed oil. You know, my father's an herb guy. You know, he's from North Carolina. So, you know, they believe in the herbs. So, there wasn't no issue with him taking it. He just said, give it to me, I'm going to drink it.
That's all right.
And he started to feel better. And it went on and on through our family and friends to the point where both of my secretaries took it. Both of them lost 50 pounds. One of them lost enough weight where it put her diabetes under control. Oh, yes.
Talk about it.
Reversed. While it's not designed to treat, cure, or remedy any disease, what it does is a lot of times it can put your body back into the right weight situation where the body can start to correct itself. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of our problems in our community is weight. We got bad diets in our community.
Yes, we do.
So once we got this stuff straight, we decided to start a company and actually start to manufacture this black seed oil. So that's what we sell it. We sell it in an 8 ounce. We also sell it in a 1 ounce, very small bottle, which we are willing to. If anyone wants to stop to 312 North Charles Street, if you buy a copy of this wonderful gentleman's book, we're going to give you just a bottle of this for free to go along with it. 312 North Charles Street, Baltimore, Maryland 21202. 1855 Nigella, Nigella, Bowie Holistic Herbs. Also came up with honey. We also have the black seed honey, which is something because the black seed oil does have a bitter taste. So you gotta get used to that.
It's acquired taste.
It's acquired. little painful, little pleasure. But what a lot of people do is follow it up with either orange juice or they followed up with the honey. Last but not least, one of the most important things, we've been talking about all this health stuff, but the thing I noticed was people are concerned with what? They're concerned about the way they look.
Talk about that.
Okay, I'm talking to them about the health. They want to know about the way they look. And it was funny because I was noticing a lot of people would sometimes even bypass the black seed oil to drink, and they would go to the shampoo and the hair oil. They want to look good. We've come up with this very exotic honey from the rainforest of Bangladesh, along with black seed powder, mixed them together, and come up with this black seed anti-aging serum, which is should be on the market within the next month. Again, you can go to Bowie Holistic Herbs and find out about it.
And like I said, and I think with that, this is a good place to plug in. We're coming from life-learned experiences. You know what I mean? Like I said, we suffer with our own issues, and we have been in a place to have products and have services and information that we can share with the public that's coming from a place of going through and living through. It's not something that we hand third party, second party. We lived it. Like I said, myself, I can give testament to juicing and how it played a significant role in my life and my family's. Probably in future shows, we'll probably let them come on and share their own testimonies.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, as you shared with the black seed oil, we want the public to know that it's out there. But you got to make that choice that your health matters. And you got to take it into your own hands and do something about it. I said, you can tune into our show, Brothers of Health, and hear us talk about it all day.
And I think it's going to be excellent in the weeks to come. We're going to have numerous topics. I think we have a whole lot of territory to cover that will have a great deal of positive impact on our community and all other communities. I look forward to working with Mr. Williams. I look forward to having a chance to speak with the wonderful audience and learning so we can become better people and more healthy people, like we should.
Like we should. And like I said, with that, we're going to end on that. As you tune in to Brothers of Health, remember, your health matters.
You've got to make a choice. Do you want to live or do you want to die? Because it's your health that is your true wealth. You've got to invest in Bowie Black Seed Oil, Bowie Black Seed Honey, for blood pressure, for sugar intake, for weight loss, and even for pain and inflammation. You've got to make a choice. Do you want to live or do you want to die?
Tired of worrying about your health and feeling hopeless, suffering with anxiety, blood pressure, and diet? I have a solution for you. Conquer congestive heart failure. The journey of James William Jr. will change your life forever.
I finally made up my mind to give up all stress and strife. Started juicing with the Williams, living my best life. I'm getting my vitamins, the minerals that I need. 'Cause I'm juicing with the Williams, being the best that I can be. I'm juicing with the Williams, being the best that I can be.
Thank you for tuning in to Juicing with the Williams. we want to get right into our program with you today. Today, we want to share with you, right before we share the 2 recipes for today, we want to put our disclaimer out that Juicing with the Williams is not responsible for any product that you use without consulting with your physician. We want you to consult with your physician before you make any changes to your routine or to your daily living. We're just here to share information that will empower you to do better and live better. And at this time, I want to turn it over to my lovely wife that she'll share with you the recipes we will be juicing today.
Hello, Facebook. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have 2 recipes we want to share with you. The first one, this recipe is just going to be for the women. And the first recipe we're going to do today is for hormone balance. For those of us women that are going through our change of life, or which we're going through the hot flashes, the night sweats, the mood swings, you can't sleep at night. Guess what? I found a recipe that will help us along the way until we can get through this process. So today we're going to do a hormone balancing juice recipe today. Also, we've received a lot of calls, a lot of texts, a lot of people were asking us, maybe can we find a recipe to help someone that is dealing with depression. So we were able to find a recipe today that we're going to go through and, help you get through that depression stage. So we're going to go through these recipes. What we want you to do, we want you to get a pen and paper so you can take some notes, okay? So you about ready, James?
I'm ready to start, sweetheart. The first one, I guess we're going to be doing which one again?
Today we're going to do the natural hormone balancing recipe today. Now this recipe consists of, you can use about 8 carrots, 1 ounce of a beet, you can use 1 ounce of parsley and 4 ounces of celery. Okay? So we're going to do that. So we're going to start with the carrots first. Let's turn our machine on first.
I think that would be a good idea.
Okay, so if you can go ahead and you can hand me the carrots. We're going to start with our carrots. And it says about 8 ounces. So it all depends on how much juice you want to make and how much carrots that you really want to use. Okay? So we are ready. So we're going to start with our carrots.
I think we can add a little more carrots.
There we go. Ready? And since I'm the only one drinking this, I'm not going to make a lot today. This is going to be for me today. You won't have to worry about trying this today.
Yeah, I agree with them.
All right, so now that we did our carrots, we're going to take this whole beet right here. You can juice this whole root just like this because you want to remember all your nutrients are in this root right here. So we can take this whole beet and we're going to stick it down in. You can stick it down in there just like that. It's hard. It's hard. It's going down slowly. There you go. You can see the beet coming out, which is all natural for you. Also, the beet is good if you need to detox. You can use the beet. The beet is excellent for detoxing the body. Okay, so now we have our carrots. We have our beets. The next thing we're going to do, you're just going to take some parsley. You can take about 1 ounce of parsley, fresh parsley. I try to use everything fresh. So then we're going to use and put our parsley in. So we got our parsley in. Next recipe consists of celery. So I'm going to use 2 stalks of celery. Since it's just me, like I said today, we're going to use that. There you go. And that's how simple that recipe is. You see how simple that is? So remember, for hormone balance, you want to use 8 ounces of carrots, depending upon how much juice you want to make. You want to do 1 ounce of beets. You can do 1 ounce of parsley, as well as about 4 ounces of celery, which I use. So today, I'm going to be the drinker and the tester of this today. So remember what I said. If you're going through the change of life, you're dealing with the hot flashes, the mood swings, you can't sleep at night, you're just off balance, then you want to make sure, you definitely want to make sure you give this recipe to try. So I will be the taster for this today. I'm going to move some things over. There you go. Thank you, baby. So I'm going to pull all of this in here if it takes it.
You don't need it all.
Leave it like that?
You don't need it all.
Jay said, I don't need it all. I'm going to give it a try. You can get it right there. It's a natural taste. It's just you taste carrots, you taste the celery, you taste everything that we put in, and it's not a bad taste at all. It's not a bad taste at all. It's refreshing. It is really refreshing. No sugars in it, so it's very refreshing for sure. So now our next recipe is what I said is for depression. So if you're going through some things overwhelming, it's around the holiday time, you know we always go through our little mood swings. So this recipe right here is going to help you kind of along the way. So now this recipe consists of you want to use 2 green apples. And what I want to do, I want to kind of divide my apple up a little bit. I want to kind of take the stalk out of it a little bit and the seeds out. And we're gonna juice this in. Give me 1 second. We're gonna get this done.
I just want to let y'all see that it was a real apple.
It's definitely one of those fresh green apples. You can smell it too. You definitely can smell it. So James, if you want to wait, let me cut this other one up. And then we're gonna juice this. So now if you have your pen and paper out, you want to write this recipe down. Remember, this is for depression, right? You want to use 2 green apples. You want to use some celery, some fresh kale, lemon, and spinach. So with the apples, you want to do what I'm doing. Pluck your seeds out, take your cork out of it, and you want to make sure it's natural as possible. So I think we're good with this apple here, James.
I agree with you.
I'm going to cut it up a
So
little bit.
I think we might as well go right on ahead and do the lemon.
So
we
we're
can just keep right on going.
Yep, we'll go with the lemon as well. So let me get that out of there. So we're going to peel our lemon here. And from there, we can start juicing. And the lemon smells so good. It smells so
the
good.
aroma is very refreshing.
Yes, it smells so
We wanted
good.
to take this time to let you see that all the fruits are freshly bought. So we coming to you with demonstrations so you can see what it takes to actually juice. You have to peel it, you got to prepare it, you want your hands clean, and if possible, put gloves on
Right.
for
right.
extra security.
Right. And it doesn't take long. If you notice this, we'll be finished probably in about 5 minutes. So you can do 2 recipes and you can be done in about 5 minutes. It's not a long process at all. I tell people it all depends on how you want to feel. You want to feel better, you want to give it a try. Okay? So what we're going to do now, James, we're going to go ahead and start with our apple.
And what I'm going to do, we're going to use a clean cup and not use the same dispenser because I don't have any problem with home.
Okay, thank you, Jay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with our apples first. Put your apple down. I'm going to go ahead and use my other pieces of apple. And the rest of my apple. And after I got my apple in,
Going right in with the lemon.
I'm going to go ahead and put my lemon in. Ha! So now I have my apples, I have my lemon, and my next thing I'm going to use will be my celery.
Alrighty.
Yep. So we're going to stick our celery down in.
Here we go.
There you go. So now I bought some fresh kale. Kale is really good for you. Everybody know the thing with kale. You definitely want to use fresh kale. So I'm going to take just a little bit of the kale, put my kale down in. There you go.
And then lastly, the spinach.
And then what we're going to do, we're just going to use a handful of spinach. Everything has been rinsed and prepared for it, so I'm going to use a little bit more spinach. There we go. So that's our spinach in there. There you go.
So, sweetheart, you can grab that cup there.
I'm going to move this cup over, and I'll overflow.
And what we're going to do is, we're going to mix it. I'll add some of this with mine, and some of that with yours.
There you go.
And then we'll do the same with another cup for you.
Yes.
We'll add some, and add some of that product.
And I want to tell you, I want you to smell, if you could just smell this fresh lemon and these fresh vegetables, you can see how your body should feel good. You should see how your body feel good. So we're going to go ahead and give a taste of this.
That is very refreshing.
It is. It really is. It is really good. You can taste the lemon.
You can taste the
You
celery.
can taste the celery. You can taste it all because it's natural.
The parsley. I can't speak on the spinach, but I know it's in there.
I taste a little bit of everything. I do taste it.
Now, I did finish all of mine. I think I'll finish this last little bit. We have a second service, so I want to boost my energy.
It is. It's really good, though. It really is good. So again, what we did today, we gave you 2 basic recipes. The first one was for our ladies. Ladies, if you have a hormone imbalance, if you are dealing with hot flashes like I am, you're dealing with mood swings, you're dealing with, you just can't sleep at night, you want to definitely give this recipe to try. I'm going to give you the ingredients again quickly. You want to use carrots, you want to use beets, and you want to use celery. Depending upon how much juice you make, depends on how much you want to actually include in your recipe. So remember, 4 ingredients: carrots, beets, parsley, and celery. That's for the hormone balance, okay? And for our recipe for the depression, you want to use green apples, celery, kale, lemon, and spinach, and it is an excellent taste. It really is.
It really is. I have to agree. And right before we close, we just want to state again that the information that was shared here today was for educational purposes only, so consult your physician before you try anything. But we thank you for tuning in with Juicing with the Williams.
Have a blessed day, everyone. We love you guys.
And help us spread the word. Send it around.
Amen.
Juicing with the Williams. See you at the next episode.
Thank you.
I finally made up my mind to give up all stress and strife. Started juicing with the Williams, living my best life. I'm getting my vitamins, the minerals that I need. 'Cause I'm juicing with the Williams, being the best that I can be. I'm juicing with the Williams, being the best that I can be.